Hey, what's up, guys? It's Maxwell, and welcome to Major Hype. Welcome to the new studio. I've been talking about it for a long time, and it's finally done. I'm getting to put out more and more content, and Major Hype is a daily show. That's right. Every single day, I'm going to be dropping content, and I'm going to take all the headlines pertaining to real estate entrepreneurship and financial literacy and giving them right to you here in this segment every single day. So don't forget to subscribe right now so you do not miss the daily show. We're going to take all the topics, put them in probably 20 minutes, and you got it. So you can come here every single day and get everything you need. Welcome to Major Hype. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that the housing market is absolutely crazy. I mean, it went to like this year, every single house we put on the market, even late last year, every single house we put on the market was selling in 24 hours with multiple offers, at least for asking price or above. But now things are starting to slow down, but they ain't slowing down that much. You got to remember, interest rates were at all-time lows just a few months ago. And they're up now to about 5.4%. And that was like this week, last week. So they're starting to go back up, which means that the demand is low. The demand for mortgages are now at a 22-year low. I mean, 22-year low. It's 50% less than they were just a year ago this time. But we expect when that happens for the real estate prices to start go down. But here's the problem. They say we're about 4 million houses short. And you got to remember, since the recession of 2007, 2008, we haven't really built houses. And if you watch any of my stuff, I talk about the reciprocal cycle, the cycle of real estate, how it just goes around and around. But one part that we left out before is we didn't start building these houses. And so right now, I think we're at about 800,000 houses have been built or being built right now. But we're still way off from that $4 million, $5 million number that they've been talking about. So interest rates high, demand for mortgages are down. And the reason is because home prices have crept up. The average home price has crept way up, meaning that the average buyer going out there can't afford the 5.4, which it was 3.15% just a year ago this time. 3.15. Now it's 5.4. So you can do the math and see that your mortgage payment is significantly going to go higher, but you won't see the prices of homes go down just as fast as the mortgage prices or mortgage rates are going up. It's going to take a while because demand is still high. And demand is still high simply because we do not have the houses. Now, I know, and most of us investors know that the prices that we have been getting for the last year, 18 months, are really not sustainable. So there's going to be some type of correction coming soon. What it looks like, we're not sure. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to look like 2007, 2008 because there was not any financial fraud or this. This is just going to cool down. It's going to shift. It's really kind of shifting now, but not as fast as the headlines say they are. It's shifting into a buyer's market. It's going to take a while, but some of your hot cities, like in your Floridas and your southern hot cities, they are not going to cool down as fast as the headlines talk about, but prices are going to start coming down. Homes are sitting on the market a little bit faster. Now, remember when I said I was selling a house in 24 hours? Now you may be selling a house in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. There's a big difference, but that's still pretty good on the scale of putting a house on the market and getting a price and getting a full price offer in 30 days. You just got to be patient. You got to be careful when you're flipping properties because I'm telling you, you might be pricing at the high stuff that we were 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, and you may need to start being conservative and start bringing those home prices down when it comes to the end retail side of the flip because you're just not going to get what you thought you were going to get what we were getting 5 or 6 months ago. So mortgage rates are down. We're at a 22-year low. The demand is down 50%. Interest rates are high, but we're going to be okay for right now, but be prepared. As an investor, you always got to be prepared for the worst. I don't think we're going to get into a 2007, 2008 recession, but things are going to start to cool down. But if you're a real estate investor, a true real estate investor, right? In the past, I didn't have the money in 2007, 2008, or the knowledge to be able to capitalize on the better prices. This time, if it comes around, me and my friends, my investor friends, are a little bit more savvy now. We have a little bit more money, and we're going to be able to capitalize on anything that may be going down. So listen, get as liquid as you can, be prepared, still pick up the good deals that you get now, but something's coming. We don't know what yet. Another news, moving on, the Walton family. Yeah, you know, the Walmart, the big family. They have they have agreed to buy the Denver Broncos at $4.65 billion. Now that is by far the highest money ever paid for a sports franchise in America. I think coming in second was the Brooklyn Nets at 2.35. That's clearly the highest football team ever being sold. I believe it was the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers were bought for, I don't remember, I think it was $2.275 billion. So this supersedes this almost double. So that means that the Walton family are now going to be in the football game, in the football business, as long as the owners of the football teams approve this. And check this out. The Walton family is so rich that they will instantly become the richest football owners, period. But they have a higher net worth than 6 of the richest owners combined. So if you take the top 6 richest NFL owners, combine their net worth, the Walton family is still going to be richer than them. So keep that eye out. I wonder what that's going to look like, right? Is it going to change to maybe the Walmart team? I don't know. Anyways, so the Walton family is getting into the football business. Keep out for that. Let's see what happens. Financial education. I mean, come on. Why are we still talking about this in the sense that every single student, every single high school student should be having this? So Michigan recently passed unanimously, I don't even say that word right. They just passed it, right? They just recently passed that they're going to be the 14th state. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot more than 14 states, about 48 and 2 territories. There's about 50 of us here, and 14th. Michigan becomes a 14th state to say, hey, look, we're going to demand, or we're going to make it mandatory that kids learn personal finance. Now, I think in this day and age, I think this type of stuff should be passed right away for every single state in the education space, talking about financial education. Why are we not teaching our kids about personal finance? I mean, you go to college and you get thrown credit cards like it's no other, and you just need to learn some of the basics. Most kids don't even know how to balance or set a budget or anything like that. So, kudos to Michigan. I hope all these other states start to follow with this, because it just makes sense. I mean, why are we sending our kids leaving high school? Why are you leaving high school not understanding personal finance, understanding credit, understanding these things? Luckily now these days, people are online giving this education where you can pay a small amount to learn this stuff, but this stuff needs to be taught in middle school, high school. They need to be they have to pass a test in order to go into the real world, because that's what really matters when you get into this real world. If you make $60,000 or $600,000, there's a way to get financial freedom. You just need to have personal finance education. So kudos to Michigan and the other 13 states that have mandated that students finally get personal finance education in high school. I can't wait to see it spread across the entire United States. Okay, entrepreneurs, if you haven't heard, they talked about this last year and kind of breezed over. It was a hot topic for a little bit, but now it's really starting to pick up steam. You know what a 1099K is? Well, you're going to find out very shortly. If you use something like Venmo, PayPal, all these other places like Airbnb where you receive income, these companies are now required by the IRS to report income. Previously, if you didn't do more than $20,000, they didn't send out the paperwork and it wasn't blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? But now, anything more than $600 or more, they're going to send you a 1099K. That means you have to pay taxes on this. I just wonder how they're going to distinguish between, friends, like I'm owing you $600 and I got to send you that, versus somebody actually giving you the money. This is going to be pretty interesting, because now you're going to have to, for people that had side hustles that didn't really pay taxes on their side hustle income, whether it's, ST or all these other things that you receive money through friends and family in some type of side hustle business, now they're closing those loopholes and coming after the small guys and making sure you guys pay your fair share of taxes, but not worried about the big boys. So if you're using these services, make sure you look out for that 1099K at the beginning of the year so you can report this to your taxes, and be prepared to pay this, because you don't want to lose everything you have or pay these high penalties or interest rates to the IRS because you forgot about your 1099K on your Venmo or PayPal or Facebook Marketplace. All these things, They're reporting all of these things, the Facebook marketplace. Come on, guys, leave the Facebook marketplace alone. It's literally a side hustle. So whether you're flipping furniture or you're selling your handmade crafts, be prepared to pay the IRS. Yeah, it's looking at all your accounts. Okay, this topic has nothing to do with financial literacy, real estate, or entrepreneurship. It talks about money just a little bit. This is one of my guilty pleasure topics. This right here is Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, as you guys know, he won his lawsuit from his ex-wife. I think they were suing each other for 50 million and 100 million countersuit or something like that. Well, Johnny Depp won. Johnny Depp won the suit, and his ex-wife Amber has to pay him, I believe, 10 or 15 million dollars or something like that. It got down to $8 million. Well, he said, listen, I don't want your money. All you got to do is drop this appeal process. If you're going to go through appeal, I don't want the money. We'll waive it. Just go about your business. I think Johnny Depp really just wanted to clear his name through the court system, because we kind of dragged him through the court of public opinion, and he probably just gets back to go to work. I've heard whisperings that Pirates of the Caribbean franchise is already talking to him and saying, listen, dude, we want you back, Johnny. Johnny, remember us? Right? So now he's going back into making $100 million, $200 million movies. And he's like, listen, forget that $8 million you owe me. I'm going to wipe that clean. I don't know. Comment below. Would you let that $8 million go? I don't know. I don't know. Good luck to Johnny and Amber on that. This has nothing to do with that, but I just wanted to throw it in there. Buy now, pay later. I mean, like, you can buy a pair of jeans right now and break the payments up, 4 payments or something like that. It's been something that has been talked about so much in the news, where they even predicted some type of bubble with this type of service. I think the leading industry participant in this is a company called Affirm, but recently at Apple's announcement thing that they do like once a year, they said, hey, we're getting into the game too. So now it's called Apple Pay Later, essentially meaning that you can take anybody. Now here's the thing, anybody who is a merchant or some type of sign up thing with Apple, you can essentially just pay later. Now, if you remember early in the year, February, Apple announced that they're coming out with later this year where they're going to have the small businesses. You can basically take payments on your phone for anything. So if you have a small business selling fruits, you do whatever, you can take payments from customers by simply just tapping their credit card on your phone, and boom, you got it right into your Apple Wallet, which then can be sent to your bank. So I'm sure this is going to be coupled with the Apple Pay Later, meaning that you can break any payment or anything that you have in your store or in your shop or that you sell in person up into 4 payments. Now, here's what it does for the customers. They get a soft credit check, which means it doesn't affect their credit score. And as long as you have a little over 400 or so, I didn't even know credit scores went that low, but if you have over 400 and something, you should be good to go. Now this product, and you could be able to make 4 payments up to 6 weeks. Now keep in mind that this is 0% interest and fees, and you're probably thinking, how does Apple make money with this? Well, if you didn't know, every time you use your debit or credit card, that credit card company has to pay that merchant a fee, right? And so that's where they're going to do. They're going to they're trying to do volume, and plus there's a big data play, right? Data is the new oil. I got 2 data companies that I own, and it's phenomenal. So if you have data, then they can use this in different ways on the buying patterns of human. Now here's the downside to consumers. I think this fuels instant gratification. If you don't have it, you don't have it. You shouldn't buy it. But now you're able to buy more things, buy now, pay later. And that number 6 weeks, think about it. It's kind of funny. If you get paid bi-weekly, you're probably going to get 1 or 2, you're going to probably get 2 or 3 paychecks in that 6 weeks. So you're going to spread this payment out. And so they picked the soft number, so this number of 6 weeks, so that you can make these payments over a couple paychecks. And so the instant gratification of somebody who has little personal finance, education or financial literacy is going to jump on this product. Now, this could be good for business owners and people that truly just want to break payments up instead of putting down a lump sum on a product or something that they're getting. I think this is pretty cool. This is kind of like a credit card with no interest rates up to 6 weeks if you use it correctly. It all comes down to financial education. But I say look out for more news on this, because pairing this with Apple's merchant, where everybody can be a merchant and you can sell your products, you can also now offer pay now, buy now, pay later, right? You can buy your jeans now and I mean, you get the whole jeans now. And somebody over at Apple is probably thinking, you know what, if they don't pay, I'll just put a lock on their phone or something. So think about this. You got 6 weeks to make a payment. You miss a payment, you get a notification from Apple and it says, we're not going to give you your new passcode until you make this payment, right? I'm pretty sure that's not how it's going to go, but just thinking, hey, look, if you don't make a payment, Apple's going to cut your phone off or wipe it clean or block it or make it slow or something. No, but I think this is a good thing for actual merchants and an actual good thing for people who are financially literate who want to use this the right way. $1 billion. That's right, Bronny. LeBron James, the GOAT. I don't know. That's controversial. Is he the GOAT? I don't know. But LeBron James is now worth $1 billion according to Forbes. Now, LeBron is an awesome player, even better human being, but now enters into the bracket of a billionaire and is the first and only active NBA player to ever reach $1 billion net worth while still playing the game. Of course, yes, Michael Jordan is a billionaire, but it took him over 10 years after playing and some smart investments, obviously with Jordan Brand and Nike, but also a smart investment into the Charlotte Hornets to put him over that $1 billion hub. But LeBron James, the GOAT, one of the GOATs, right? Arguably one of the best players to ever play this game, is now worth over $1 billion. So kudos to him to being not only not just shutting up and dribble, but playing some cool things. I got some stuff over here where some of LeBron James has made some smart investments. Listen, he's made over $385 million in salary money while playing. He's got over $500 million in cash investments with Spring Hill, right? Spring Hill is his production company, and I knew that was a trend. Like that's the thing. Get into the production game, make good content, sell it to somebody big. So one day, that's going to put him over the mark. And I knew he sold a part of that company, but he's still one of the largest majority stakeholders. He was invested into Beats by Dre, fitness companies such as Beachbody and the Tonal. I have a Tonal in my gym at home. It's an amazing machine. He's invested in that. He's part of the Fenway Sports Group, which has minority ownership in the Liverpool FC football, soccer to some of you guys. A bunch of stuff. They own part of the Boston Red Sox, Roush Fenway Racing, Pittsburgh Penguins. He's got about $80 million in real estate. $80 million in real estate, including a $10 million mansion in Akron, Ohio. This dude is crazy. I remember one time they had a story about him where he turned down an endorsement deal with McDonald's worth millions of dollars to go out there and invest and get part equity into, I believe it's the Blaze Pizza franchise, which I believe is worth over $30 million right now. Is it? Yeah, $30 million selling pizza. So LeBron James is smart on the court. He's a great dad and family man from everything that I can see. I don't know him personally, but the dude is smart. He's an active player worth $1 billion, and that's going to substantially go up when he quits playing because the dude's going to be able to focus 100% on business and life. So congratulations to LeBron James for reaching $1 billion. Or maybe one day I'll get there, inshallah. We'll see. All right, guys, I'm Maxwell with Major Hype, and those are your topics for today. So make sure you do some more research, digest a little bit, and come back tomorrow. But to make sure you get here on time, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and even comment below because there's some more things going on here. This show is going to get better and better and better, and I'd like to hear some feedback from you guys in the comments about what topics we should be covering, what sections, what categories we should be covering, because I love being able to, these are stuff that I just read every day. This is stuff that I pick up every day. You got to stay on top of current events in the news so you know what's going on so you can make great decisions as an investor. Right? We all need to know what's going on in the world so we can make decisions that benefit us based upon everything that's going on. So Major Hype does that for you. We're here every single day, 5 days a week. Don't miss a show. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys soon. Tomorrow, in fact.